Good evening, this is Weekend Primetime News. I'm Sonali Banigabadike. We start off with a look at tonight's headlines. Three escapees from the Valikada prison still at large. Minister S.B. Dissanayake says that a large sum of money has been allocated for education through the 2013 budget. And clashes between the police and villagers in Murugahena, 8 people hospitalized. The President met the area residents of the Kurundupatta area in Akmimana yesterday. On his return from Kamburupitiya after opening the Abhimansala, the helicopter which the President was travelling in landed at the Runu Apparel grounds in Akmimana due to bad weather. Area residents who arrived afterwards engaged in cordial conversations with the President. The Presidential Media Unit stated that the President discussed about several problems in the area. Here are a few views expressed by the United National Party regarding the budget.
Lamborghini race car කියනේ ලෝකේ තියෙන මං හිතන්නේ
I think the most expensive racing car is the Lamborghini. Now a Lamborghini, which is 240 million rupees, can be bought for 60 million rupees, excluding the import tariff, which will total up to 160 million rupees following the new budget. Now there is an import tariff on sugar as well. We were told that sugar companies were taken over by the government to reduce the prices of sugar. But now the prices have increased. After doing all of this, the salaries of government employees have been increased by 25 rupees per day. So I'm not going to talk about this further, and there is no point arguing about this in Parliament.
රුපියල් 25කින් වැඩි කරලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මම මේවා ගැන තව කතා කරන්න යන්නේ පාර්ලිමේන්තුව ගැන වාද කරලා වැඩක් නැහැ.
කාටද මේකේ ඇති අයවැයෙන් ලැබුණේ සහනයක්? ඩොලර් මිලියන 5ක් ආදායම් ලැබුණේ උන්ටයි.
Who has received relief from this budget? People who have an income of $5 million and people who have $5 million abroad. They say that racing cars are being brought down free of tax to develop the tourism industry. What cars have they brought? There's a Lamborghini which is at their house. They are waiting to register it. If the tax is imposed, it will be 60 million rupees. This has been brought into the country without paying a cent of tax. I must question in Parliament as to where this came from, so you can see what will befall the people of this country.
මම ප්‍රශ්නයක් දැන් පාර්ලිමේන්තුව අහනවා. කොහෙන්ද මේ ආවේ කියලා. ඒතර අපේ රටේ ජනතාවට යන කලබලන්නකෝ.
Chief Secretary of the JVP, Tilvin Silva, expressed his views regarding the salary increase of government employees at a media briefing convened today.
When you receive 750 rupees in January, it's 2 rupees and 50 cents per day. When 2 rupees and 50 cents is given to a government employee a day, how much does the President spend? 7,400 million is allocated for the year. That means 20 million a day, whereas a government employee receives only 2 rupees and 50 cents.
Leader of the Democratic Party, former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca, has written to parliamentarians Tiran Alas and Arjuna Ranatunga regarding their resignations from positions in the party. Fonseca has requested both MPs to inform him if they intend to continue as parliamentarians of the Democratic National Alliance, of which he is the leader.
Arjuna Ranatunga resigned as Deputy Leader of the Democratic Party, while Tiran Alas resigned as the Secretary. As the Leader of the Democratic National Alliance, former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca has addressed 2 letters to the MPs. The letters state that as the Democratic Party has not been registered, these resignations are not realistic. The letter addressed to Tiran Alas states that although there have been several media reports, Fonseca has not received a letter of resignation from MP Alas. The letter notes that Tiran Alas was appointed to Parliament from the national list as a member of the Democratic National Alliance, for which the people voted for, giving a mandate for the alliance's policies. Fonseca points out that the people who voted for the alliance will pay close attention to the future political steps that they will take in order to show their gratitude to the voters. The letter addressed to MP Arjuna Ranatunga also states that the people who voted him into Parliament, showing their approval for his policies, will pay close attention to future political steps taken by him.
Minister of Higher Education S.B. Dissanayake says that massive allocations have been made for higher education through the 2013 budget. The minister made this comment in response to a statement made by university lecturers yesterday that they are unhappy with the response from the budget to the demands they had made.
නිපුණතා පුහුණු ඩලස් අලාපෙරු අමාත්‍යතුමාගේ අධ්‍යාපන කටයුතු වලට මුදල් වැය කරලා තියෙනවා.
Funds have been increased for education activities of Dala Salah Peruma Skills Development Ministry. Allocations for the National Youth Services Council have been increased. A large sum of money has been allocated for the Sports and Education section of the Ministry of Sports, and a large sum of money has been allocated for the Ministry of Education. Also, financial assistance is being granted today for 16 special projects in education, higher education and vocational training. I asked the University Lecturers Association and our friends to add all these together and then speak of how much has been allocated. I think that Nirmal is now working for 3 camps. Therefore, it is difficult to say what Nirmal's real intentions are.
තුනකට මැදි වෙලා. ඒ නිසා නිර්මාල්ගේ සැබෑ කාරණා එහෙමම කියන්න අමාරුයි කියන එක තමයි මට පේන්නේ.
On to one of our headline-making stories tonight. A clash took place between area residents and the police in the Muragahahena area in Hurana today. A senior police official attached to the area noted that the services of 4 police officers have been suspended as a result of the incident.
A police team left to the Yahalakalewatte area in Muragahene at dawn today in order to apprehend an individual suspected of child molestation. The police stated that they had received information that after arresting the suspect and returning to the police, they had been informed that a clash had erupted between 2 groups of persons in the area. When the police had gone to the location to control the situation, a clash had thereafter taken place between the police officers and the villagers. A senior police official attached to the area stated that it had been revealed that the officers who were at the location had been under the influence of liquor.
He went on beating a woman without stopping. I woke up to this noise and my son came out of the house. Then he hit my son. I pleaded him not to hit my son and I asked him what was wrong. At this point someone dialed 119. The officer didn't look at who was right and who was wrong. He went on waking and beating people.
8 persons, including 3 police officers who sustained injuries in the incident, have been hospitalized. Police media spokesperson SSP Prashant Jayakodi stated that villagers had attacked the police with stones. A senior police officer in charge of the area said that amongst the officers who have been suspended are a sergeant, 2 police constables and member of the Civil Defence Force.
General Secretary of the Citizens Front, MP Jayashree Ranga, says that current representatives accept that persons who held positions for several years in the Nuwara district have done nothing for the district since crossing over to the opposition. He made this statement in Parliament yesterday.
Although I am from the national list, I must say that there is no one who knows about their problems like I do, because people on your side do not speak of them. They do not even come to this parliament. We had never seen them speak. Digambaran jumped and became the second signatory to this impeachment motion. Digambaran has no vision whatsoever. Does he speak here? Is he even here? No.
විෂන් එකක් නැහැ. ඒ කොහෙද කතා කරනවද? කොහේ හරි ඉන්නවද? නෑනේ.
සුමාර් පළ 15-20 වරණ
MP Yogarajan, who held several posts in the Ceylon Workers' Congress for 15 to 20 years, has told this house that nothing is being done in Norelia. But when I was in the opposition and as a journalist, I have spoken of this. Yogarajan did not accept this when he was in the Ceylon Workers' Congress. Today he himself has told this house that there are problems like these and that lands are needed. He has confirmed this after leaving the Ceylon Workers' Congress. An important factor is that the living conditions of the people must change, but this has not happened. I said in this chamber that Yogarajan came in through Malik Samaravikrama's back door or the national list. If you had contested the election, you would have known the people's problems.
Meanwhile, when the Deputy Chairman of the Select Committee said that MP Ranga was unaware as to whether he is in the opposition or the government, the MP offered this response.
ஆனால் சிலருக்கு எதிர்க்கட்சியில் வந்தவுடன் தான்
Some people only see the sadness of the people when they are in the opposition. Their eyes are closed in the government. This is a joke.
ஒரு விடயமாக இருக்கிறது.
Honorable MP Ranga, end this now. Are you in the opposition or the government?
நாங்கள் எதிர்க்கட்சியில்
We know the group we represent. It is disappointing that you don't know this is the opposition line. We have continuously been in the opposition.
கொஞ்சம் கவலையா இருக்கு.
I do not know.
இல்ல சபையில தலைமை தாங்கற
You who are in the chair of the committee have been here without knowing this. Since we are talking of illegal breweries in Kilinochchi, it must be difficult for you.
கிளிநொச்சியிலே நான் சாராய தவறுகளை பற்றி கதைப்பது உங்களுக்கு கவலையா இருக்கலாம்.
UNP General Secretary MP Sathanayake says that they hope to obtain approval and pass the party's radical statement at the party convention, which is to be held on the 1st of December. The General Secretary expressed these views at a party activist meeting held in Kundasale today.
Several key proposals will be presented. One is an amendment to the constitution. The second is to have the radical publication regarding the future journey of the party approved at the convention. With that, we hope to make 2014 the year that we come into the government. Therefore, we are not holding the party convention in the form of a rally. If that were the case, anyone could come. We hope to convene the proper representatives to the convention and have the necessary decisions passed and to convert this convention into the starting point of our journey to victory.
Minister of State Management Reforms Naveen Dissanayake says that the annulment of the 13th Amendment to the Constitution will not be good for the country. He made this statement at an event held in Norelia yesterday.
This event was held to west in the public two roads which had been resurfaced with concrete in Sirisamangama Ambevela in Norelia. It is not the SLFP or the UNP that is saying that the 13th Amendment to the Constitution must be abolished. Leaders of minor parties are saying that it must be abolished. When the 13th Amendment was brought in, 6,000 UNP faithful were killed and about 5,000 SLFP faithful were killed. There are shortcomings in the 13th Amendment, but isn't it better that we fix these shortcomings rather than abolish the entire thing? Abolishing the 13th Amendment will not be good for the country. I can state this with certainty.
Speaking at an event held in Dikralla today, UNP parliamentarian Buddhika Pathirana said that persons of some importance must be elected to the supreme institutions in the country.
When the ladies of Colombo 7 buy a dog, they look at its pedigree and its sires. So when the ladies of Colombo 7 are looking at the pedigrees and sires of the dogs that they buy, it is your duty and responsibility to ensure that when electing people to the supreme lawmaking institutions in the country, the parliament, the provincial councils and the local councils, you should elect not political thugs but persons of some importance in politics. This event was held to distribute spectacles for the visually impaired in Dikwala, was held at the Dodampahala Sri Sudharma Vardhana Rama Vihara.
UNP parliamentarian Dr. Harsha De Silva says that 103 million rupees in funding has been cut from the allocation made for Dhamma school uniforms through the 2013 budget in comparison to the previous budget. The parliamentarian made this observation at an event held in Gangodavila today.
The event was held to distribute equipment to be used in the Vijay Rama Vihara Dhamma school in Gangodavila. Last year, 178 million rupees were allocated for Dhamma school uniforms. This time they have cut that funding by 103 million and made it to 75 million rupees. This is the reality. We must ask our conscience as to what we are doing in order to protect and nourish the teachings of Lord Buddha in this country.
You're watching News First. Up next, we take a look at our segment Action TV.